Right after Shabbos is Sunday, Mitzvah Hashem, this is the great day of Lag BaOmer. Many things said about Lag BaOmer. Interesting, yesterday we look at the Memches Dvarim, the 48 ways that a person, the Kinyan Torah, the 48 ways that a person is supposed to acquire Torah, the 48 midas that a person has to work on himself in order to properly acquire Torah. If we count to the 33rd way, there's different girsayos in the Mishnah exactly how, in which order it is. But according to the order of the Tosfos Yom Tov, the 33rd way is Ayves Etechachos, to love rebuke, to love Musar. Ayves Etechachos, if a person loves Musar, then he'll be able to grow and he'll be able to become better and better and he'll be able to learn the Torah. Says Rav Gedalia Shor, very appropriate that this comes out on the 33rd day, on the day that we mark Lag BaOmer. We know from the Gemara that on Lag BaOmer the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva stopped dying. Different ways to understand the Gemara. Did they finish dying? There was no more Talmidim, or it means no, they continued dying. But on that day there was no death. On the day of Lag BaOmer there was a special effect that on Lag BaOmer the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva didn't die. Says Rav Gedalia, maybe it's because on this day we have the effect, we have the hashba. We know that the Sfarim say that these 48, the Memches Dvarim, a person is supposed to focus each day of the Sphere Saimer from Pesach until Shavuos, each day on one of the 48 ways. On the 49th, he's supposed to make Chazar, he's supposed to review all the 48 ways. But each day is a day to focus on this day, and on the 33rd day they were focusing on Ayves Etechachos. If they really loved Musar, then they wouldn't hate the messenger. What's pshat when it says that they didn't show kavod zelazeh, they didn't show proper honor to their colleagues, to their fellow Talmidim, of each one of Rabbi Akiva? They figured that they had nothing to teach them. I know more than him. How could he tell me what to do? How could he tell me a better pshat in the Gemara that I know better than him? He can't tell me anything new. But if a person works on the midah of Ayves Etechachos, the pirush of Mili Davos, the pirush on Pirkei Avos, Mili Davos, he brings that on this thing of Ayves Etechachos, on this midah, he brings the pasuk in Mishlei. Haicheach l'chacham v'yeovecha, says the pasuk in Mishlei. If you rebuke a chacham, he will love you. Usually, when you rebuke a person, he doesn't like you. It's he's telling you what to do. But a chacham understands that this person, when he's doing him the biggest chesed, he's doing the biggest favor by telling him what he has to correct. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has to correct themselves. And if a person helps me to correct myself, then of course I love that person. And more they focused on this midah, and that's why in Lag BaOmer the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva stopped dying, because they were able to do a tikkun of this problem of lo nagu kavod zeh lazeh. That's what Rav Gedalia Shor and Rav Gedalia points out the 33rd midah is the 33rd day. It's a famous story with Rabbi Aryeh Levine, the Rav in Yerushalayim, that once a person came to him and he said, there's a person who comes to Mincha Marav, and between Mincha Marav, Rabbi Aryeh would give a shir. Between Mincha Marav, he said, there's a person who comes, I know that there's something terrible going on in his house. He speaks very not nicely to his wife. He's a bully in his home. He speaks very, very not nicely to his wife, to his children. Maybe if the Rav could say a few words about it, obviously not directly to him, but if you can sort of move the topic of your shir tonight and mention a few things about being nice and talking nice in the house and always being respectful of your wife, then maybe we'll have an effect on this person. So Rabbi said, of course, yes, I'll try. And he did just that. And then they daven Marav, he finished the shir, they daven Marav. Right after Marav, the great Goyim, the Gadol, Rabbi Isser Zalman Meltzer, came over to Rabbi and he said, Rabbi, Yasher Koyach, thank you very much. I know that you meant me, and you're right, and I'm going to start being more careful. He's a chas v'shalom. I didn't even know who I meant. Somebody just came to me and said, I meant it just as a general thing, but I for sure did not mean you. You're a tzaddik, a goyin, a chassid, a talmid chacham. Of course I didn't mean it. He says, no, stop. I know Rabbi Zalman said, I'm writing a sefer Even HaEzel, and I'm writing the notes with my handwriting, and my wife, she rewrites it and prepares it for print in a way that it could be printed. She prints it, she types it out. And then I have to check it again to make sure that she wrote it properly. And sometimes she makes a mistake. She doesn't know the Rambams and the Gemaras that I'm dealing with. And sometimes she makes a mistake. I say, Bila Hinda, you have to fix this thing. And I realize now, after Yeshua, that I speak too harshly. I say it in not a nice way. I should say it much more. I should say much more kindly. She's doing me the biggest favor. She's my wife. I should say, well, you're doing so much for me. Thank you so much. And please, would you mind correcting this word? I have to speak in a much softer tone. Big tzaddikim like Rabbi Isser Zalman Meltzer, whenever they heard words of Musar, they didn't shy away. They didn't say, oh, who is he to tell me what to do? The opposite. They searched out the opportunities to grow in their own, even on their own level, to grow even more and more. And if a person said something that was constructive to their growth, then they had they had only gratitude. They had only hakaras hatov to that person. Good Shabbos. Please don't forget to subscribe. You'll get the video every week by subscribing. Put a like. Thank you very much. Good Shabbos.